Hey guys, how you doing? And welcome back to another video. So, last video you have seen what we've done about curing the fuel starvation issues. We've added another 10 litres with the swell pot. Hope that's been useful for some people. I really hope it works. We'll find out at Croft in a couple of weeks' time. So, in today's video, next up on the list, we are going to be trying to reduce drag by changing the wing we've had for a number of years. So this is the wing that's been on the car for a number of years. Now, I've always quite liked it. I've liked the style of it. It's carbon, it weighs very little. It's always looked pretty good on the car. It's got a bit of a curvy shape which sort of suits the back end of the A3 as well. However, we come down here, it's actually got a fairly sharp edge here and fairly blunt at the front. And as you come back, the profile, my finger shows that really well, goes very steep at the back. So we've run it previously a little bit steeper than it is now, and it's a bit of an air brake. I actually flattened it off a tiny bit last year, but I think there's still a fair amount of drag and it's not the best profile. And the issue I have, if you flatten it off much more, this part of the wing actually goes to about 6 or 7 degrees back just to get kind of the chord a bit flatter. So whilst it's a nice wing, it's carbon, I don't think this sharp front edge is the most efficient profile, and I think it's probably creating a load of drag. So it looks pretty good, but we think it's pretty high drag. Now, in terms of wings out there, without spending an absolute fortune, there's not much you can get any real data from. But what I did find is that you can find genuine drag versus downforce data for a BYC wing. So what we have here, donated by Andy, is one 1400mm BYC wing. Now, the eagle-eyed of you may notice this has already got some brackets on it. So I'm going to cut over to Andy's now, where we made this happen, and I'll see you back here in a bit. Right, so we've got the wing over at Andy's. We just you
mean Andy's wing?
Andy's wing. We've got Andy's wing. So yeah, funny story. I wanted a lower drag rear wing. Andy had a BYC, said I could have, because he's a bit of a legend like that. Only problem was he couldn't find it. So I pestered him and I hassled him and I got him out here in the evenings to come and find it. It's not down here, it's not in the loft, not in the loft in the house. Yeah, it turns out I borrowed it 2 years ago for a mock-up and I lost it. Sorry mate.
It's alright. I gave it to you, not realising how much they actually cost.
They're 50 quid, which is about the going rate for fitting a turbo to a Volvo. So I think that's pretty fair.
That's a fair deal.
So we've got some brackets. I've made these up. You may or may not have seen this because I haven't bothered filming it. Andy's just tacked them on. We've got a little jig to keep them square. These allow me to go from flat at 0 degrees up to 14 degrees using my existing mounts. And yeah, we're going to have a BYC element on the car. Andy's going to take that up and then I'm going to get it off to powder coating. Thanks, man.
Is there any bits that you want me to have another look at?
No, it all looks great. Oh, that looks brilliant.
Do you want to hold it?
No. No, actually. I don't feel the need to hold that. Who would do such a thing?
I'll probably wait until it cools down on that.
I put my finger in this pool of water. I'm not joking, that's really bad.
So, there we are. Brackets welded to my wing. Nick's wing.
My wing? Your wing? My wing?
A wing.
A wing.
A wing. There you go. So, hopefully that still fits in your car.
I like that. That
Yeah.
looks really good.
Be alright, won't it? I'll
Happy days.
stick it down there. Still hot, don't touch it. Let's see what we have here. I've got a wastegate with a turbo on it. With a car attached to it.
One wastegate with a car on it.
Yeah.
Downpipes in, everything's hooked up. Just needs an inlet making and a screamer pipe.
Cool. Well, I will sort that out. Thank you very much for our exchange of services.
Yeah. That's been fun, we should do this more often.
We should do.
Right, so this is just a test fit, but time for this one to come off and the new one to go on. There we go. One BYC wing. It's a bracket made by me, welded on by Andy. Obviously we got another turnbuckle to go in here. So it's very different to the last one, but it's below the height of the roof. So I've had a level from here across to there. It's below the height of the roof. It's slightly further back than we were, but still well within the bodywork. I'm a bit of a fan of that. With the end plate whipped off here, you can see why this is such a better profile. So you've got a nice rounded front edge. You've then got a really nice aerofoil profile. It's a smooth profile. Decent on both sides. Not a massive kick on the back either. When we did these brackets, originally I was just going to do like a full seam bracket. Alex at Badger 5 pointed out that like a 4 or a 5 inch seam of heat into the wing may well warp it. As you can see, that is still perfectly straight. So we took out the middle of the brackets here, so we only had an inch bead here and here. Much less heat into the wing, also works out lighter. I'm really happy with that. Right then guys, a little bit of a time hop. It is Wednesday night. I'm out in the car. The wing is on. And we are basically now ready for Croft. So yeah, massive thanks to Andy for welding this up. A bit slow on the footage on this one because it's just been loads going on, just haven't had the time. So this is on, and I've got to be honest, I am really happy with how it's come out. So these are the brackets that I made and AP welded up. All sit really nicely, using the same turnbuckles that we've always used. Width-wise, it's really good. It's within the width of the car. It's 1400mm wide, so it's 20mm wider than the old wing. And it's kind of hard to see on the height, but it is about 10mm below the roof. So with these mounts as they are, we've actually got a range from completely flat on the top up to 14 degrees. We can go up as far as about 12 degrees whilst keeping this definitely below the roof. So there you go, one car ready for Croft, one new wing that I'm extremely happy with. Bit of a disjointed one this one, but we got there in the end. Car's back together, ready to go. I have not picked a good place to park and I am going to get run over. Anyway, hope you guys will like the video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Fingers crossed everything goes well at Croft. We'll soon see how this works out. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Take care guys. Bye bye.